Among the guests of Herod, perhaps there was so much laughter and celebration, noise and cheer. On the other side, the last groaning still may have had the voice crying out in the wilderness. Jesus began his public ministry when he heard that John was arrested. After the death of John, Jesus began to point to his own cross. John was put to death. Jesus withdrew to a lonely place. He is moved with compassion to the people who followed him, and he feeds them. John's martyrdom was not just a tragic event. It was the prophetic preview of the Calvary path. The first reading takes up the radical call. He has spoken in the name of the Lord. Jeremiah states, "As for me, I am in your hands. Do with me what you think is good and right." It is total self-surrender rooted in absolute trust. By placing his life into the hands of a hostile court, Jeremiah strips his persecutors of their ultimate power over him. When a prophet surrenders completely to God, human threats lose their power. The primary implication for us is clear. To stand for the Lord, one must first die to self-preservation. Truth cannot be spoken faithfully if we are still negotiating for our own comfort, safety, or approval. In the case of John, it would have been far safer for him to remain silent on political morality. The correctness seems to belong to the powerful, but speaking right means proclaiming truth even when it threatens comfort or survival. To ensure we do right, we need to form our conscience rooted in God, truly on God. To speak or act in the name of the Lord is not simply invoking a pious formula or claiming God's endorsement for our own opinions. It is not a radical activism. Jeremiah does not claim personal authority. He listened to God. He was sure that the Lord sent me to prophesy against this house and this city all the words you have heard. False prophets may be powerful and popular. They may work miracles, but many may satisfy the religious, ideological, political crave of the people. Only when the content and the spirit of the message align with the divine justice, mercy, and truth, we actually speak in God's name. True prophets speak what God commands, fully aware that the message might bring rejection, persecution, or even death. What about our prophetic living? We might mistake extreme asceticism, fanaticism, or separatist isolation for a true prophetic dimension. But these tendencies often center on the self rather than on God. When holiness is reduced to severe physical discipline or angry ideological zeal, religious pride quickly overshadows love, mercy, and God's patient truth. True prophecy is never about retreating from the world to keep our lives pure. Rather than hiding behind the walls of moral superiority, a prophet is called to step into the brokenness of humanity as an instrument of divine healing, light, and justice. If you dare to speak in the name of the Lord, we must know that truth has a cost. Speaking and doing right in the name of God will inevitably clash with systems built on self-interest, compromise, or pride.